Hi guys, hope you're well. This newsletter post, I want to talk about a phrase that I've learned and I heard in Greece a lot. Namaste kala yinende. That means, for us to be well and everything else is going to happen and will fall into place. We say that a lot, in regards like let's have our health and then everything else will be good. We'll fall into place. I mean, we are going to go through rough times, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. That's we hear it a lot, but if you really think about it, it is really true. Everything else on this earth we can change, but our health, we have to take care of it because that's something we get once and we need to take care of it. It's precious. And I can speak from experience. I didn't put my health first. I put work, put family, I put motherhood and my health last, thinking push through it and working through it and that, everyone's going to applaud me. But really, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I was very, very, like we say in Greek, sotzak, just, that far away from being hospitalized. And in a way, I'm glad I was. It was a big wake-up call. I probably wouldn't have changed my ways if it wasn't. Something a lot of us go through is stress due to economics, debt, finances, supporting our family, our children. In Greece and all over, electricity is going way up. Just making it, paycheck to paycheck. I get it. I was saying in my Greek post that a lot of people think, in the States, it's a better salary. Absolutely. But the cost of life is triple that. You can actually live a more quality life, meaning cost of life. You can get quality foods for cheaper in other parts of the world. There's tons of qualities living in the States. I'm just giving as an example. But I went through the extreme stress of economics because, I had a degree. I had a good position on paper at a firm, but I was not taking care of myself. I was putting everyone's needs because I wanted to help everybody else. And what did that get me? It didn't get me applause or anything. It got me burnout. It got me resentment with myself, with others. It got me thinking that my life was over. And it got me really, really bad stress and thinking, I had gastrointestinal issues as well, tons of things. So, but you know what? When I stopped and when I had that big medical scare, I said, as long as I have my health, which I was close to losing, I have a wonderful family, wonderful husband who loves me, a son who loves me. Everything else is possible. So, and it can be for little things too. My anxiety was through the roof on everything, that even if I lost something, like, okay, today I lost an earring. I know I'm going to find it, but here's one, here's another. The old me would have been stressing, calling, thinking about it nonstop, but none of that brings it back. I am going to, it's okay to be stressed. I am a little stressed about it, but I know that I will find it if I'm more relaxed. So whether it's a big issue or a small issue, just realize that your health comes first. And when I talk about health, I talk about mental health as well. Because as we all know, sometimes our bodies could have pain, but our minds could have greater pain. And that if we don't fix our minds and our thought process and seek help from a qualified professional, the body issues will just continue to come through. And I say that because, we all go to our checkups, hopefully, once a year. But how many of us go to a therapist once a year? I personally talk to my therapist a lot more frequently than only once a year. But think of it this way. We have to check our minds. We check our brains, because our brains have the power to influence our body. So I'm gonna, leave you with that and put your health first. Like I said, personally, I know a lot of people might have not known I was that close to being hospitalized for something that I will share one day in my book, my second book coming out. But, I had to make a huge choice and I risked a lot of things, but I knew that if I took care of myself, I could then have the strength to be there for the most important people in my life. But the most important person I had to be there for first was me. That meant taking Zoloft. That meant talking to a therapist multiple days, working with my doctor, and being in a place where I could really think, process, and journal. So whatever that is to you, just please hear my words that we have this beautiful life that many of us, including I, wasn't living because I was so worried about other things that some were out of my control, and I wasn't focusing on what I had, which was my health and my family. So, as we say in Greek, namaste kala, let us all be well, both mentally and physically, and everything else will fall into place. Everything else will happen. Have a great day.